Hello, tonight here I'm back, you guys. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Give me some feedback. Subscribe by all means. I appreciate, the few subscribers I have. I don't have many. I'm not really here for that. I'm just here to share my journey more than anything. And the fact that I've had some views on my videos was actually kind of shocking to me because I never really expected anyone to watch my videos. Um, if you like them, give them a thumbs up by all means, so that I know that what I'm sharing with you guys actually appreciate it. Um, So, this video here, this is not the subject that I wanted to do it on, but I was guided in a different direction. Um, and I was actually planning on recording this video over the weekend, but I needed to do a little bit more research before I went ahead and did a video, because I needed to get a better understanding and a meaning of some of these things, because I was kind of lost with it. Like some of these words, because I've never heard of them, because of course I'm a little bit older and these terms were different when I was coming up than what they are now. So basically, this video is about ghosting, benching, gaslighting, and love bombing. And basically, what I got from the research of these, I feel like all of these are forms of can be forms of emotional, mental, or or verbal abuse, and sometimes end or can lead to physical abuse. So with that, I am going to go ahead and basically go into what I found the definition for each one, and basically give my opinion of what these things can cause, um, and basically, hopefully, it'll make somebody more aware of situations that they come across in their relationships, whether it be with family, friends, an intimate relationship, a co-worker, whatever kind of relationship. These are all things that you can deal with. Regardless, I mean, in the aspect of how I looked at it, it was all basing it completely on just a romantic relationship, but you can actually deal with these in any kind of relationship. So, with that being said, ghosting is basically disconnecting from someone emotionally, mentally, verbally, and physically suddenly without any sort of explanation. Basically, it's like somebody you have started some kind of relationship with, you guys spend some time together, you communicate on a regular basis, then all of a sudden you just stop communicating with this person altogether. You cut off everything um, without any kind of explanation, and just basically disappear. You kind of go MIA. Um, and basically, from no, I am not a psychologist at all by any means whatsoever. Yes, I have taken some classes in psychology, and but I'm not a psychologist. I feel like this particular type of negative communication can cause the person that's being ghosted to feel disrespected, used, like they're disposable, rejected, or even abandoned. It's kind of like you just basically just, I mean, you cut them off. Like it can cause confusion, frustration. Um, I feel like it could also cause somebody to feel like there's something wrong with them, especially if this is something that hasn't happened to them before. Uh, but more than anything, the person that is doing the ghosting, they have issues themselves that they need to deal with. And from that, I get more than anything, they have commitment issues. Um, because even in a friendship, that takes some kind of commitment. In a business partnership, that takes some kind of commitment. Um, and if you have commitment issues, ghosting would be something easy for you to do just to get away and walk away from a situation because you're not ready to deal with it. Basically, is how I take that. Okay, so the next one is menching. This is when your partner gradually reduces their connection with you. This is kind of the same as putting someone on the back burner, breadcrumbing someone. They give and say everything in the beginning, then they just give you enough. Um, they give you pieces of them and will give a little bit more of themselves or their time or whatever it is. Positive affirmations, affection, whatever. Um, they'll just give you enough to keep you, to stay where you are within the relationship that you two have together. Um, and they only do that when they see that you've had enough of their bullshit and you're ready to walk away and be done with the situation and dealing with, okay, you're here one day, the next minute you're gone. Um, and then when they see that you're still going to stay, they pull back again. And, once they see that you're not going anywhere, because they make a point to keep you in that same spot. Um, it's kind of like so basically what I take as for the person that is doing the benching, from what I would take in that aspect, is a person that has many options and they're rotating their options for to keep whoever their different options are in place for when they're ready to move forward. If they ever decide they want to move forward, they may just keep you there as an option and remain, and technically in their mind they're single, but these people that are their options may believe they're actually in a committed relationship with this person, which causes the person that is being benched to be confused, frustrated, um, rejected in some ways, and also maybe even abandonment. Uh, these are just different signs to look for of some of the things people may do when you are starting a relationship. So, gaslighting. This is when the abuser pretends not to understand or listen to what the person that is being abused is saying. Um, And the abuser questions the abused person's memories of events, even when the abused person remembers accurately what happened in that particular event. They basically try to make them think they are crazy, and like they imagine things had happened the way that they remember them. They'll change the subject, um, and or question the abused thoughts or how they feel. Um, Basically, like if the abused asks the abuser a question about some kind of issue that they're having, the abused will, the person that is the abuser will change the subject or ask a question in a way to make the person that is the abused person in the relationship to question what they are thinking or feeling. Um, the abuser in the relationship will also make the abused needs or feelings seem unimportant, like what they need or how they feel is irrelevant in every aspect of the relationship, a situation, circumstance, whatever. Um, the abuser pretends to have, they pretend that they forget what actually occurred or denies things like promises made to the person that they abuse. Like if, say, the abuser has promised the person that they abused, hey, we're going to go do this on this day, whatever, whatever. When that time comes for that to happen, the person that is the abuser says they forgot, or will tell the person that they abuse, I never said that. We would do that day. So that's something else to look at. And this type of treatment of gaslighting, it can cause the person that is being abused to become confused, anxious, isolated, and even depressed. Personally, from a lot of this that I read with the gaslighting, to me, that's narcissistic behavior. That's a narcissist, period. I'm not going to say narcissistic behavior because there are some people that do have narcissistic behaviors or tendencies, however you want to say it. And I say that because they don't have all of the traits of a narcissist. And I have come across people like this, and honestly, from what I get from people like that, I feel like they may have been raised by a narcissist, because they do actually have remorse and feel sad if they've hurt somebody, or, you know, it's a learned behavior that they can change. With a narcissist, sometimes this is not a behavior that can be changed. Depending on how bad it is, I'll say that. But this, yes, gaslighting, that has narcissist written all over that. So on to the next one, love bombing. Okay, showering someone with affection, gifts, and promises of being together in the future. Um, Now with love bombing with this situation, this is more like in the beginning when you meet somebody new, they shower you with gifts and promises and so much affection, give you time. Um, they're there constantly calling, texting, whatever. And they seem to be loving and affectionate in the beginning. And then once they see that, they basically have you where they want you, or have you believing, oh, this is love at first sight, da 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 da, I'm so in love, la la la, whatever, whatever. Once you show any kind of interest in anything else, it doesn't have to be a person. It could be a new job, going back to school. It could be a new vehicle, spending time with your girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever. They have an issue with it. And then you're going to see a completely different side of them. They have an issue with it because it's not about them. They can become very mean, angry. They may even belittle you, and just plain and simply be unreasonable about the whole situation or anything. The thing about this with the love bombing, to me, what I get from that, I feel like this is a form of control for the abuser. I feel like this is like the abuser, this is a way for them to try to control and condition the person that they are abusing. So that way they could get the person that they are abusing to act like or be the person that they want them to be. Now, I'm gonna be honest, like I said, I'm not a psychologist. I wouldn't even know what to call that. I would have to actually research that to figure out what that would be called. I mean, but at the end of the day, this person, it seems like to me, is just a control freak at the end of the day. And somebody to be cautious and wary of as well, to be very careful. And that's why I said in some cases with these particular negative personal issues that these type of people have, I could see how there could be some physical abuse. I know from gaslighting that narcissistic behaviors, yes, you can deal with some kind of physical abuse. I've dealt with a few of these different types of circumstances in relationships, in co-workers, friendships. I've actually have, and I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that have too. And some of us, because of these particular things, may not notice it, because some of these things we have dealt with from actual family members growing up. So we may not look at it as being negative and not realize at the same time it has already had a negative impact on us. And it's going to have even a more of a negative impact on us later on down the line in our adult lives as well. And that's just the same as those that are doing these type of things. It's because of something that has happened to them in their own lives. And basically, all I have to say with ending this video, we all need to take the time to go within ourselves and heal. Especially seeing as how one of the main things for us to do in our existence here in this world is to have a human experience, to live and love. But at the same time, one of the things that I feel like has been left out of one of the things that we must do as humans is to heal ourselves. So with that being said, if any of you guys are dealing with anything like this, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me anonymously, and I will speak with you. And if you are in any kind of physical harm, please do reach out, and I will see what I could do to send someone to you to get help if that is what you are wanting. But at the end of the day, we all have to decide to heal ourselves. We cannot have good relationships and expect them to work out the way that we want them to when we haven't even done the work on ourselves to heal ourselves, to try to be the best that we can be in whatever relationship that it is that we want with anyone going forward. Well, that's it. Until next time, you guys have a lovely day. Goodbye.